played like an hour and a half.
Oh, that's not what I want as background. Hey guys, check out the background. Woo, it's so cool. I also don't want that as my background for stream. Let's go with this one. Everybody got to see my disgusting
Is
desktop.
that your I'm pretending to look like I'm working background?
No, this is my desktop. So it has cool things like our unicorn background for Zoom calls, and
Nice.
What the?
and other unicorn background for Skype calls.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
Why can't I have that
Zoom
as a-
calls.
Is that where we're going today?
Only if
I wanna
you
go there.
choose. Yeah, or other unicorn background for Zoom calls. So any of your Zoom call needs. Whoa, we're getting some redemptions. We got some potions getting redeemed.
Oh, cool.
What is up, Jake? Before we get started, I can actually say, he may have done that before while we were offline or something, but I don't know if he's here or not. So yeah, these are my various unicorn backgrounds for Zoom calls. So lots there. There's a lot to work with. One of the times I goofed that, hey guys, I'm the only one here at church, and I found a picture of our church sanctuary, and I was like, where is everybody? Because we were doing a home group call, and that got a good laugh. Stuff like that. Fun things. It's fun to do fun stuff with the old green screen, eh? The green screen.
Green screen.
I should be coming in shortly. So
Yeah, I'm excited that you're getting one. I'm no doubt that you're gonna do cool, fun things with that. So yeah, this is my disgusting background, and there are even more because the actual logo is centered on the real House-elves of Newfoundland. So there are other things on here that are yucky and more badness. So we'll get it out of here. So yeah, these are my. Oh, and the Dad Echo though.
Jake took away our potions.
Hey, Jay, I just wanted to mention that when I cast one spell, like Vicious Mockery, it comes up as Cloud of Daggers, and I don't know why that's happening. So just throwing that out there for you.
Did you try typing it in? If you typed it in instead of dragging it from the compendium?
I didn't. Oh, I know. I just click it from my thing.
Nope. You gotta. I mean, your initial import of it needs to be from the compendium. So. Like,
no, I did exactly. I clicked it. I didn't type it in.
Well, let's see real quick. I'm just gonna go to your thing. We'll do a little bit of troubleshooting so you can have your Vicious Mockery, because it's such an important spell. It's like the cornerstone of any bard. In the name of our old D&D Facebook group, so it's important and close to me. So let's see, Clovis Bookstring. If I go to your character sheet and I go to here, you guys can see. No, I can't drag it over there. Spells, and then I open up the compendium, and I can type in Vicioso Mockery, Viscous Mockery, Vicious. I don't know how to spell vicious.
Vicious.
I got it now. Vicious Mockery. I'm gonna delete it from yours currently and see if this helps.
All right.
So delete, and then we're gonna drag it.
It's gone.
And then,
it's back.
And then I'll go ahead and give that a try and see if that will help it. See if that fixes it. Who knows?
It worked.
Vicious Mockery. Troubleshooting from way back.
Hey, you know what? I want to thank you.
Oh, yeah,
The bottom of my heart.
It's what I'm here for.
And when I realize I'm actually saying that because
Does it hurt?
it hurts a little bit.
Oh well, I'm glad I could help. That's important. I don't want to hurt. I don't want to hurt anymore. Yeah. So I love that Jake's making things tough on you guys. On some of you.
It's only Anthony and myself.
Know how that works.
I know. It's kind of great. Thanks, Jake. That's gonna make this an interesting day. So
it's only you and me though.
He tried giving them to everyone. You guys were just hoarding your potions from before, so I would say
it's okay.
It's probably a good idea.
I'm sorry I didn't get hurt.
Well, then you should have administered to someone else that was hurt. Maybe then they would have lost their potion today. All I'm saying is try not to be so selfish. Maybe you won't run into this kind of an issue anymore. So
I actually gave my potion away and someone didn't click it off, so I'm fine with that. To lose it, It doesn't bother me.
That's what I'm hearing, Anthony. I don't know what you said, but it sounded like that.
That's fair.
So
I like how you tried to sound noble.
well, just make sure that you're gonna call me out when I don't take it off of your character. So we got all the people watching the stream. I'm sure somebody will point out every single time I make a mistake, like if somebody hits with the wrong AC and you don't get the hit. So nope, you went too high there, Ryan. You were so good. If you can
gotta lower yourself
a little bit, Ryan. I want the attention to be drawn to the beautiful D20 paper craft that you've created in the background. Keep your tongue.
Yeah, I noticed that. It was really cool.
Yeah, he made it. He done made that.
What? Yeah. I'm gonna get my kids to make me one of those.
It's pretty cool.
Well, I can give you a PDF. So let's see here. Where's my? That one was a pain in the butt. So that one was there's a German tradition called Nacht, which is Lantern Night, and it's I can't remember which Christian holiday it is. We don't really do much with it here, but they pretty much you go out and St. Martin's Night, if that means anything to anybody. But so it's pretty much like the kids go out with lanterns and sing little German lantern songs. And so I thought, well, I'm going to walk out with the kids. I'm going to have like a nice D20 lantern. So it's like it's paper mache. I wanted to get like a light done in there, but I wasn't quite able to get that done. I'll make a nice hanging lamp. But
so it's not really a lantern. It's just
I have like a little bulb, but it's like what are those things called? It's like a battery powered bulb. So I was like, well, I don't want to just be sitting there constantly churning through batteries.
That's quite. I think you did a good job.
It looks first of all, it looks awesome. I was just giving you a hard time about the lantern not being a lantern.
I'm sorry.
But he put a light in it. That's a lantern as far as I'm concerned, just because it wasn't fire.
Oh, you know what?
And in this, for what it's worth, he's on my bad list because.
Oh, that's nice. Now that's okay. Now it's glowing. If it catches fire, I feel like you all get an automatic fire spell.
Well, also, if it catches fire, I feel you're gonna feel pretty bad because you were the one that made him turn it on.
Am I?
I'm pretty sure you just used some like persuasion. It was your charisma check, Mr. Bard. And he just did it. He didn't even fail the save. He just was compelled to do what you wanted him to do. And that's the true power of a bard. It really is. As soon as Ryan's done playing with his light, we'll get started.
But we can get started. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, that's it.
We're just gonna be distracted.
I think it's better lower down because then you can see the numbers. So I'm happier with the numbers.
You can actually see what it is.
Like, can roll it, be like, oh look, it came up with a 20 again. Great.
Yeah, there you go. Every single time. Have you had that die measured for correct weightedness? It doesn't look like it's regulation size either.
No.
I don't know. We could try it. So, okay, cool. So we had a good old time last time. You guys took care of some business. You were TC and some B, and I'd love to get a recap from anyone if there's no other further business that needs to be handled. Anybody else have anything really fun that they want to talk about? Anything really awesome happened in the last week during your quarantine that you want to bring up? Oh, Fritz, you got off center again. You keep just going towards that side is the issue.
It's the center of my desk.
Do you want me to share PTSD as a dungeon master from the other campaign?
Yeah, if you feel like it's an enjoyable thing, I'd love to hear a little quick recaps of people's weeks in IRL. I'll try to fix you in the meantime, Corbin.
Okay, so in our other campaign, the players were having to hunt down a witch, Baba Yaga, right? And Baba Yaga traditionally has a chicken-legged hut, and so we're running this campaign called the Curse of Strahd, which is like all vampires and werewolves and stuff. I just had a realization like this week that I haven't had any goblins at all in this campaign. It's like, holy smokes, I haven't. Anyway, so so the players are going after Baba Yaga and Baba Yaga's hut. And instead of just having like a chicken leg hut, or they had it like as a tree inside of like the campaign, it was like a tree stump with like wooden legs. I thought, you know what? I love the movie Howl's Moving Castle. I thought, well, I'm going to make it Howl's Moving Castle, right? Okay, so, and because I didn't think about it until like I was actually in the middle of running it, I didn't think of a clever name for, the fire. So I was like, yeah, it's Calcifer in there, right? Okay, so. Yes. So the players eventually catch up and they get themselves into a house, into the castle. It's only like a 15 by 15 room really, but that's neither here nor there. They get themselves into the place. They figure out that Calcifer is the one running the place. And so the Dragonborn Paladin says, well, I'm going to start threatening the fire. So I'm going to piss him out, threaten to piss him out if he doesn't, comply with what we want. And the fire's, well, one, he's under he has to do what Baba Yaga tells him to do anyway, because that's how he was summoned into this plane, as well as, he's a fire demon. You can't pee out a fire demon. That's ridiculous. And so, he doesn't comply with that intimidation check. And so the Dragonborn's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pee him out. And I was like, all right, yeah, why don't you go ahead and make a strength roll, see how strong you can pee. And then, of course, he rolls a natural 20. Actually, Jason rolled a natural 20 on his behalf. And I was like, okay, I guess I got to run with that, damn it. So, yes, they killed Calcifer by peeing him out in my other campaign. And I am traumatized for life.
It's not even the worst part. Because you alluded to it, I had to do the roll. I was not on board with this decision. And then I was in the room and failed my dex save, and he peed on me. So, it was the worst. So he a strong pee, a natural 20 strength pee, put out a demon fire, but also landed all over me, and that was less fun. So. Yeah, that was actually the worst part, because I got peed on. My wonderful rogue failed a dexterity save with a 1. So I went from rolling a natural 20 for somebody else who didn't have dice and we were playing online to rolling a natural 1 for myself. So
is this campaign online or anything? Yeah, I'd watch it.
Did you have a
audio recorded?
Natural golden shower.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody else have any wonderful stories that they want to bring up? That was PTSD for me, not just you as the DM.
So we had this fire outside, and I was like, I gotta put out a peek.
No, don't do it.
Don't do it.
But I rolled in that. No, didn't work.
So Spangle Luxie bites it tonight for some odd reason. You know why?
Yeah. It's because it's better to be pissed off than it is to be pissed on. I got to use that twice. It's a good goof. All right, so let's see.
You're in your prime.
You're in your prime is another P joke. That's what we're doing. I have to reclassify this as a not NSFW stream, I guess. Stream. There's another P joke. Guys, that's what we do here now. We make P jokes. That's actually not. That's a bad idea.
PG-13. That's within bounds of PG-13.
Yeah, probably. I feel like they're with. I mean, nowadays you could array with anything.
Yeah.
Don't get me started, because actually PG-13 back in the day, way worse than it is now. It was almost unregulated. Ilana's family would always go to the video store and be like, oh, just get a PG-13 movie, no big deal. Or that's what I suggested. And they were like, have you seen this one? And I was like, I don't know, it's fine. And it's just it's all the worst stuff. It's just the worst possible things you could put in PG-13. You could get away with anything. So as long as it didn't do it too many times. The Shining, PG-13.
It is?
Seriously?
No, but that's kind of that's what I'm getting at. Okay?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I gotta.
Cujo, PG-13.
PG-13. Is it? Carrie? Or we're just doing Stephen King novels, but
Right. PG-13.
All of his novels PG-13.
I mean, if you can read them. Okay, so anybody else? Anybody have anything fun? Pussy learned how to ride a bike. I can't remember if that was 2 weeks ago or this week. Everything's gone together. Okay, yeah, that was last week. We did Easter and Passover. That's always fun.
See, Anthony's birthday present finally showed up only a few months later.
Like only a little over a month. Court got me this. I don't know if it's gonna show up in my camera.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's easier. That's a little less impressive to look at. But I think the picture of the back.
Yeah,
looks good.
It's the deluxe edition.
It just finished downloading on the PlayStation.
Final Fantasy VII.
The remake
on the PC.
Oh,
PS4.
For
Nice.
what? For which platform?
I think it's PlayStation exclusive, but I could be wrong.
It's PlayStation first. It will also be on PC, and I don't know if they'll bring it to Xbox also. That I'm not sure about, but they have been branding it as PS first.
Sure.
Yeah, I tried to swing and get him the collector's edition, but I wasn't quick enough for that, so I got him the deluxe edition.
And
That's still pretty awesome.
We're rocking our
Yeah,
board
that's
tonight.
super nice. Super good.
Oh yeah.
For the herd.
For the herd.
For the herd.
It's for the herd. Okay, so who wants to give us a recap from what happened last time? And this will be for to distribute a advantage die to whomever you please.
Oh, that means the people that actually do it can give one out.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Yeah. For those advantage hoarders.
I like me.
I mean, I wasn't pointing any
Two people that
fingers.
have advantage right now.
So basically, Ryan and I are either going to do the recap. How about
you got it.
I mean,
Let's split
whatever.
it,
You
right?
can or you can't. It doesn't matter. I don't care if somebody else does it.
Well, we were still in Neverwinter Woods. The story opens. Fog drifts through the woods, and there's 5 adventurers. 1 dwarf ranger, not very good at shooting things. Another wood elf, raised by the elven people, not good at shooting things either. Another ranger. And we were fighting. There was 2 other people that didn't really matter.
Rude.
And they were fighting these Anklags or whatever. Are they German? Anklags?
Giant bugs.
Giant bug ants. That,
Big burrowing bug ants.
I mean, really should have just called Terminax, but we didn't. We took care of it ourselves.
Good.
Actually, the Rangers did find stuffed up a chimney, stick figures dipped in blood, and that was why this place was cursed. And we didn't really come to the bottom of why this logging camp had curses placed on it. But
Yeah, we did. It's because there was like an orc tribe or something like that, and they were busy logging on top of like sacred burial grounds or something like that.
Something going on, yeah. And then Tiber was very distraught because his friend, his trusted friend,
Greg? Was his name Greg?
Greg, blood everywhere. Yeah. Greg's blood. It was on the ground. He knew it, and he slept with Greg's blood. And well,
that's probably why he was upset.
Right. Mostly because Greg's blood was no longer living blood. It was dead blood.
Yeah, there was dead blood.
There's it. And so let's see what else happened. Oh, then we decided, we were like, how are we gonna get back to camp after we took care of these bugs? We had a little bit of an argument, which was good because people had an opinion on things, which was the opinion of going down the river, having an adventure. Clearly, you've never read Huck Finn.
Or maybe they did.
Or maybe you did, and you decided that not having an awesome adventure like Huck Finn. We went back to town. Pretty much not like a journey that was totally uneventful, just like I predicted. Vincent, go ahead. Yeah. What else? Yeah. And then we.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
No, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
Hey Ryan, point your camera down a little bit because it's just the top of your.
Sorry,
were you bending down? Never mind.
Oh, he bent down.
I was bending down.
So then we went back to we got paid, which was a big deal. We returned Vincent, and we went back to the inn, and there was an awesome poster on the. I remember that poster. It was very nice. The before poster, and people went shopping. I think some ball bearings were bought, probably some metal ones, maybe, I don't know.
Some stuff's been bought.
Yeah, stuff was bought, sold, and repackaged. I don't remember anything else. That was it.
We spent a long time discussing things.
Wait, there was one important thing. those people that you mentioned wasn't orcs. It was called the followers of Talos, the god of storms. Right. Actually, you knew that. Spangle knew that. I don't know who else knew that, but it was the god of storms, and the DM didn't even know much about Talos.
He knew enough. He
at
knew
that
the
time,
important stuff.
You may know more now, but you didn't know at that time.
But he was still correct with the regard to them being orcs, that there were orcs that were following Talos. So.
Okay, orcs. So the orcs were the followers of Talos, and yeah, so that was basically, man, didn't seem like a very long time. Is that all we did?
We fought stuff.
Yeah, we
went back home.
Fighting.
Bless you.
God bless you.
You kept dancing on top of the areas to make the bugs come out.
Oh right.
It took a lot of time.
That's right.
Did do some dancing. It was some
dancing.
It was some really nice dancing.
There was some nice dancing, that's for sure.
Some very good moves.
Some of the best moves.
Some of the best moves.
So good that it made the bugs want to party with us.
Does anybody have anything else that they would like to add that happened?
I wonder how many viewers are like shipping Spangle and Clovis at this point.
two of them, I imagine. Looking at the numbers.
The two people that are real vested in that story arc that's happening.
And I am one of them.
That relationship that's coming together.
Three of them then.
That's funny.
I expect nice
But there are 9 viewers right now, Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony. Quit being a jerk, Anthony.
There it is. Never before. Tour post.
Sorry.
Okay. Lokius looks great.
So yeah, you've got the B4 poster that you've been made aware of, and I'm gonna swing on back over to Phandalin and let you guys take it away, and I'll paint you a word picture with any of the questions that you have, and be your happy, kind DM at your whim and at your service. So you tell me what we're doing. What's going on? You wake up in the morning.
Well, Clovis wakes
Oh, the snoring. Oh, the snoring.
You know, actually, I think that Tolbin went and he soundproofed the room in the B wing that you were staying in. So that's actually, it's very quiet and nobody hears it besides you when you wake up. It's how you wake yourself up maybe, but nobody else hears it. For certain.
Tolbin. Soundproofing rooms.
He's a good guy.
Well, I wake up and I start doing my morning exercises, like vocal, and then I realize I'm like, I lost my voice, like from straining. So Clovis has lost his voice, and he's gonna try to like dance around that a little bit, but it's gonna be it's definitely apparent.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed. It's really, I thought you were just getting into character as a bard that had strained their voice.
So I'm gonna sing just specifically Brian Regan songs.
Yeah, no, you got it.
No, not Brian Regan. That's a comedian. Brian Adams.
There you go.
All right, so your vocal warm-ups have gone awry, and you've got a strained voice at least for the foreseeable future. If this lingers, I might have to have you do a character voice moving forward, because we know you can do this voice. So
yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So what do you want to do? I think that some people did some shopping already. And if you didn't, feel free to just grab stuff from various stores and all that stuff, whether we're online or offline. You can always do that later. And we can just do the parts where I'm useful for you guys to move the story along. So you've woken up in the Stonehill Inn.
I walk downstairs and I'm like, I go to Tobin. I'm like, Tobin, do you have any tea? Do you have any water, hot water, lemon, something? I'm really stressed out.
You see him instantly start to perspire, and he says, "You've lost your voice, haven't you? Oh my goodness, this is not good. Oh,
I have not lost my listen. I've not lost my voice.
It's clearly on its way out. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh, this is not good. You're supposed to be opening, and if I talk like this for too much longer, I'll lose my voice.
So I like that voice.
I know, but it like made a little like in my throat, and it was less fun because it was very intense.
I lean over like really close, and I'm like, Tobin, I haven't lost my voice. Look at this. See, look at me right now. I'm just practicing some old 80s singer. It's Bryan Adams, Summer of '69, and I get out. I'm like, I'm gonna show you right now that everything's cool.
No. I believe you. Please don't strain your voice anymore. Clearly, it is very harmed. Just rest. I'll get you some tea. Would you like to have some honey and goat's milk in it? Clearly that's always the way I do.
Honey, but no goat's milk.
Oh.
No goat's milk.
I see.
I blame the goat's milk, Tobin. Tobin, I blame the goat's milk.
Are you kidding me? That is preposterous. And he says, "I'll be right back." And he goes off to get some tea for you. And you see that the common area in the Stonehill Inn is still in transition, getting ready for this big concert. As I explained last week, there are posters all lining the walls. There are merch tables getting set up. It just looks to be a big affair. There's like swag bags that he has setting up that he's getting to start packing. And it's just going to be a big old hootenanny, which is the technical term for a hoedown of this size. So Tobin returns with the tea. He says, "Please don't scald your throat. Don't damage it any further. Wait for a few minutes while this cools down. We pour it at 208, and for any of our herbal teas, and then just let it cool down, please."
And just pack some grab and go boxes for my other teammates because they have hard time making decisions. So that will just get us out of the inn as fast as possible because we have things and people to places to do and people to go.
What?
People to do? Oh.
You heard the man.
You sure you didn't have it? There's no goat milk in that tea?
That's what the kids are saying.
Some to-go cups, and he kind of gives you like the, I gotcha. So he hands you the teas and other little snack packs to go to take back to whomever you see fit, or to eat yourself, whatever. So your prerogative. Just make sure your voice is okay for the big performance day.
Thanks, Tolman. And I walk outside. I walk outside and wait for the rest of the group.
Spingle Luxie looks at his throat, looks into her Bible, looking at the new greater or lesser restoration spell prayer that she just recently memorized. She said, I guess I'll save it for later.
Good goof. Yeah, you always wonder, why don't they just heal you? So where are you gonna go with your snack packs and tea for others, the morning provisions?
I'm just waiting outside the inn for my group.
Okay.
I have like a little carrying tray. I'm like just sipping, waiting for them to come downstairs.
Sure. You see passersby along the road, and just it seems like business as usual outside of the inn. Everybody's kind of going about their business. Same people that you see every few days are all around. Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's pretty much the same people that you've seen here and there just throughout your coming and goings in Phandalin. Nobody stands out to you as different, and you don't notice anything special.
Hey Ted, I see Ted, the drunk PhD doctor. Hey Ted, how you doing?
Oh, it's a rough night, man.
Yeah, I imagine being a drunk doctor. It's gotta be rough.
Surgery was difficult, I tell you.
What surgery did you have last night? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, I was trying to destroy a liver. Mine, if that wasn't clear. Hey, you know what I wanted to say? Thanks for not killing me before. I was way out of line, probably. It's kind of my MO. So if you ever need any doctoring, I'm your guy.
I know. clearly knowing that he's not a doctor from the last time I ran into him.
Yeah, and he stumbles away.
I walk back in the door. I'm like, "Hey guys, are you coming?"
Yeah, I'll head downstairs. I'm game to go to the lighthouse if you guys want to.
I say I'm gonna wander my way, or like shuffle my way down the stairs, all hair all disheveled still, because I don't wake up well.
What, you?
What? No. So you guys, as you begin congregating, Tolbin greets each of you as you come down, and I'm sure that Clovis makes his presence outside known to you. But Tolbin is very kind and tries to put in an extra word of like, hey, make sure that Clovis rests his voice. We really can't have him throw in a bad concert. It would be a bad look, to say the least.
Well, an extra rasher of bacon would sure help me remember to do that.
We don't have any bacon this morning, but there are plenty cured goat meats. If you'd like, I can whip some of that up if you please, Miss Loxy.
Yes, I'll have a triple goat meat special.
Oh yeah,
triple.
The Stonehill special, done. And he scurries off and yells something back towards the kitchen. And he said, that'll be up in just a moment. We usually have one just waiting. So it's nice and fresh.
Tomorrow morning, make sure you have 3 waiting.
Oh, sure thing. Oh, just as long as you can keep his voice under wraps, that'd be great. So he passes you your Stonehill special, which is specials. It's delicious. With
You went 3 of them.
Tomorrow, no,
Or she wants
3 tomorrow. You said make sure you have 3 ready for tomorrow, right?
Ready, but I still want 3 today.
Oh, certainly, no problem. And he runs off and he gets 2 more, because that's how this works. So he hands you all 3, and you just nom it up. He has never seen such a voracious high elf. It's very out of character for high elves to eat the way you eat. So he appreciates it and knows that you must really love the food.
Yes.
I've never seen somebody poached goat so quickly when it's been poached in its own goat milk. But I love anybody who's a fan.
That's awesome.
Quantity, not quality.
And here we have both, so that's what we always say. The more goats, the merrier.
God.
Corbin, you staying upstairs and not joining everybody? Hanging out up there?
I was sleeping outside, actually. I was really drunk the night before.
Oh, okay.
Sleeping outside. I didn't know anything was going on yet, so I stumble in and order a special as well.
Oh,
what was it? The triple something?
Oh, well, he had a triple order. So we get you those. We whip up the special for you, and he said, "Are you sure you can handle this after a night like that? We heard you out near the stables. It was not pretty. But this is I hope it helps. It's for some people it's a cure-all, and others it is certainly not." So he hands you a special, and it doesn't look particularly appetizing. Again, it's like goat meat that's been poached in its own in goat milk, and covered with goat cheese. So that's the special. It's goaty. It's got an earthy taste to it. It's not quite what you had that first day when you were in, which was these delicious like creme brulee tarts and stuff that was awesome.
1,000 me's?
1,000 me's, indeed. So we
Ryan.
What was that? That was me unlocking my phone while the Dragon Prince was still. No, actually, I'm sorry. I was Troll Hunter is still playing.
What?
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So you guys you've all eaten. Tolbin has greeted you all, and you've got the world at your fingertips. You can do what you wish.
Do you guys still want to go to the lighthouse?
Yes.
I would love to go to the lighthouse.
Sounds like fun.
Wow.
Sounds like treasure. I mean,
where was this excitement last time? Last 24
Making
hours.
sure we got paid.
Listen,
that's
I
what
was
it was.
tired. I was tired. We all know how I am when I'm tired. It's about the same as when I wake up, you know.
Fair. So you guys are interested in checking out the lighthouse then?
We're going to the lighthouse.
Yep.
You don't want to check the board to see if there's any new quests that have popped up?
Board schmoored. We'll go to the board when we come back from the lighthouse.
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 All right. I
gotta calm your voice, Clovis.
Jay's like, you should probably look at lighthouse.
All right. No, I mean, that sounds good to me. So nobody has anything else they want to do in town before you leave?
I don't think so.
No, thank you.
Oh, that was so polite. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So you guys leave town and you are en route to the lighthouse. You know that the lighthouse is due west from where you are, but that the most surefire path would be to go to follow the path out of Phandalin up to the Tribor Trail, which is the trail that leads from east to west and west to east and vice versa and all that to the north from Phandalin. So yeah, you guys were your tokens were out there.
And now they're not.
And now they're not. So we've moved them. You are also aware that the Tower of Storms is in the general area of where that pinkish, it's pink, right?
Yeah.
Where that rectangle is. That elongated square. That silly square.
That square-like object.
That square that got confused. That hit its growth spurt. And I don't know why I can't make that square move a little bit because I want it.
It's about to have a baby. It's about to be another square.
So we want it. It stopped moving. We want to put our square here. So you know it's over in this general direction. You know that it's at least a day and a half's travel, if nothing happens on the way. And that you've made this trick before. So you've come down south on the high road, coming from when you left Neverwinter Woods. So you've traveled this path before.
Yeah.
No, we're feeling confident.
Oh, confident. That's good.
We got this.
Clovis feels confident. He's taking the lead, in fact.
Oh.
You really don't believe in our shooting?
Don't let the professional guys lead.
I know. I mean, you can lead. He felt very confident. Plus, he can turn himself into grass.
Yeah, that is very important.
I mean, none of us could do that. So.
Well,
yeah, why don't you lead? Yeah, go ahead.
You should have gone to the School of Magic. Magic.
Magic missile. All right, so I don't know exactly what your marching order would be, but something like that. And obviously, you're not so far away like we are.
We're not 19 miles from each other.
20 miles staggered.
Well, it's important to not be clumped. You don't want to all get hit with the same breath weapon if a dragon shows up. So.
Yeah. Kyer, can you please pass the salt?
Quit kicking me. Kyer kicked me. So you make your way from Phandalin north towards the Tribor Trail. And let me go ahead and we're gonna break this up to be every that amount. So can I get from the leader? Can I get a roll of a survival roll?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Boom.
We survived.
Yeah. So for that first leg, there is full-blown survival. You guys are like the 4 seasons, all of the seasons, every one of them. Did we just lose someone?
I'm actually playing Survivor.
That's good.
I have the tiger like.
I would argue that you guys are not just surviving; you are thriving out here on this well-worn path, and you definitely make good time. You even are able to shave off a little bit of like you take like the hypotenuse for part of it. You're like, yeah, you know what, we can hop off of this trail and we can shave off a little bit of time. So you are able to get about to where your token is, Clovis, in the time that you would have expected to get to where Beatrice's token is. Now, I do want to have a perception roll from Kair.
Okie.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Dun dun dun. Dun, dun, dun.
20 miles behind. Kair sees nothing.
I see everyone.
Well, I don't know that you would. Not with a 13.
You got that really good eyesight.
My elven eyes tell me, oh damn, I'm a human. Any fluctuation in light is, you can't see anything. You don't notice anything while you're at the back of the formation, and you guys continue to trek along. So let me get another survival roll from our leader, our fearless leader in the front.
Well, I got really into my song. Okay, I can do it. I don't mind. I just wanted to give other people a chance to play, but fine. No, I'll roll again. Survival check. Boom. Hey, there you go. What do you want from me?
Hey, look, when the dice are hot, you don't step off the table, is all I'm saying. Like, you got to make your money.
After this, I kind of realized that I'm just not really paying as much attention as I need to. And I've done enough work for the people. And I say, okay, now that I'm showing you how to do this, you can do this, Beatrice. I'm like trying to help her. I'm like really building her up. I'm like saying, like, I believe in you. See, it's really easy. Just follow this road.
So you guys have made it to where Beatrice is. And you are posed with the question of whether or not you would like to make camp for an evening. You are early, so you would have ample time to set up a camp and scout out a nice location and maybe even create some cover. Because you got here much sooner than you normally would have, having cut off a chunk of your travel by simple math. So you guys have the choice to either press on and make it to the Tower of Storms in one evening because of the time saved, and arrive at night for whatever horrors may await for you, or you can hang out for the night and see if we have an encounter when you set up shop.
There's not going to be horrors. It's just going to be a pleasant seaside, and we can go to sleep on the beach with a campfire. We can sing some songs and listen to the pleasant lap of the waves.
Oh, so you don't have this book, right?
I agree with Spangle. I agree with Spangle.
All right, you guys, you do you. I can't stop anything.
I hold up these magic lights. I cast dancing lights, and I'm like, Kair. I start juggling them, and I'm like, look, I can't either. Yeah, I can do whatever I want with these lights. They're magic. And I'm like, Kair, it's gonna be fine. I'll even give you one. Like, you can hold it.
Well, all right. Okay.
Don't you feel better?
Oh, not really. But if you guys want to go, we can go.
That's because you need to turn on Eye of the Tiger in your headphones. It makes you feel extremely confident.
Dun, dun, dun.
See, you didn't hear it all the way back at 20 miles ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so far behind everyone. This new heavy armor, it's slowing me down.
Oh, yeah, Spangle, while you were not online, we moved a chainmail or whatever it was you had from you to
not your new one, the other one.
Yeah, you've got the fancy new one still. In fact, you still have it's all on your character sheet still. So is the decision that you guys are going to move along at night?
We're gonna make a bad decision, and I think I vote we go at night.
I think it's a terrible idea. But
it makes it fun.
Beatrice, you're doing a good job. You're doing. I trust you over, the other guy, Corbin.
So
Poor Corbin.
So
he's got a great. Turn into grass.
He's got a great.
Just wait.
Your ass is grass. Literally.
Beard is magnificent now, though. If he gets any bigger, he'll have my I'll be trusting him more.
So, while navigating at night, as you guys press along to the
well, it's not night yet. It's not night yet. You said it. We had ample time.
Evening time. Yeah.
So I'm saying if you by the time you can reach there by night.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Like
better.
you will be traveling in some darkness during your travels.
Right.
So your options are to either pitch camp now somewhere around where you are, knowing that the next morning when it's nice and light outside you will be able to make it there, or you can pursue and get there by before like midnight.
Spangle Luxie casts light. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's do this indeed. I love it. So go ahead and I want you to give me 2 survival rolls, and they are going to be done with one survival roll, but with disadvantage.
It's disadvantage.
So if you want to click the disadvantage button for your survival roll, that's fine too.
Wait,
If
there's
you-
a disadvantage button?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I think I enabled it on all of your character sheets, or maybe I disabled it because it was a little bit confusing. I don't know. But if there's a roll at the top that is like a toggle that you can switch from normal to disadvantage, is that not on your guys' character sheets?
If
No, I
it
don't
is,
think
I don't
so.
see it.
No.
Okay, then I
Just
took it off
click it
because
twice.
it's confusing. Yeah, just go ahead and click it twice.
What the what?
Survival.
Survival.
Oh, for some reason my page switched around on me. Sorry.
Survival. Oh, it was because I was looking to see if it was there or not.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was so confused.
Might be.
I have to do. Do I have to do it twice or?
You got to
Do
do
you
it
want something
twice.
Oh. Okay.
Ooh.
It's not terrible.
No, it's not
Not awful.
terrible. So you the first one was great. You guys you actually get there a little bit later than you had expected, and you all feel a little bit of exhaustion kind of setting in. And from here you do reach you see the moon is kind of on the horizon, and you see it beautifully like framing the ocean as you come across, and you but you are all feeling very exhausted at this point, and you're going to all take a -1 on all your skill checks and attack rolls until you sleep.
Okay, let's sleep.
Sleep might be wise.
To sleep.
Are you
Sleepy.
guys gonna sleep here at the Tower of like as you're nearing where you are?
Yeah, you should set up. Beatrice, set up a tent. Or Corbin, set up a tent.
I say I did a lot today. Let him do it.
Okay.
All right,
tired.
I will set up the campsite.
Okay.
We're just right outside the tower, like
We got it.
Well, that's kind of how I heard it. And I was ready to have some fun. So you guys, I guess I can read some stuff then. Let's see. Oh no, if you guys are setting up camp, I want to go ahead and get some night rolls for watch. And you'll only have to do two night watches because it's very late. So anybody that is able to split the sleeps, that would be great. And nobody's
I only needed trance, I think, for 4 hours in order to.
Yeah. So that covers about 1.5. I mean, like more than half of it, but more than half is effectively half. So we're gonna do 2 if you are gonna be resting to get rid of your uckiness.
I'm sorry, I'm human. I have to sleep.
Yeah.
I'll
stick
take
with
first
humans.
watch.
All right. So go ahead and give me a 20 roll, just a straight up 20.
Straight up 20.
Just give it to me straight up.
Straight up,
Oh.
straight it up. Straight it up 20.
Do I type that in the little thingy doodle? Is that like
Yeah.
It says right
Type
there.
it in. Type the roll in.
Or you can click there's like
The
a
dice
button.
icon,
That's a
top
die.
left. Go to the die.
Oh,
Go down to
I gotta put it in the
D20.
right one.
The
just click
die
D20.
con.
Icon.
Ah, I see what you did there.
It's like a radish.
That thing is radish.
So not really radish.
Ish.
We're gonna die.
No good.
We're gonna have a dragon. He's just gonna come down and eat us all.
No,
Dragon
dragon.
and orcs.
And
Right.
Orcs and dragons fight with you in the middle. No, nothing happens. And you seem to you trance out, and your watch is relatively unexciting.
Lexi has spontaneously combusted, and
oh, you know what? A humongous bird comes and pisses all over you. Is that on brand? Does that fit? It's a dragonborn. It's a drive-by peeing, and you are done.
It's a dragonborn in the claws of an eagle. With Gandalf sitting on top.
Well, that's the only way they travel typically. So who's going to take the second shift?
Beatrice should. She can trance.
We all know how my rolls are.
Do it, Beatrice. I believe you.
Let me get a straight up. Oh man, you guys. Luckily, I will say that you guys are just outside of what needed to be for something very bad to happen. So you're a-okay. Don't you worry about it. Another evening passes without much ado about nothing. And you guys I will move you onto the correct board here in just a second and read some stuff, and then we'll take probably like our 5-minute break because I gotta pee. So that's as good a time to take the break as any, right?
What?
So you know what? I don't need your guff. I don't need guff.
Is it because we've been talking about the pee?
Yes, it's the pee talk. We'd stop talking about pee, and then I won't have to pee. It's too much. It's
pee,
like
pee.
Yeah.
Pee.
All right, so let me move you guys onto the correct place. Let's grab all y'all kids. Control C. I think that should do it. And drag y'all over to the Tower of Storms. And Control V. Yeah, okay, we're getting there. And then some of you are not going to look like you're actually on the on like terra firma, but we'll fix that in a second. And boom, you see a bunch of darkness.
I attack the darkness.
You can't attack the darkness.
I attack the darkness.
I see a crab. Can we eat it?
You could tame it, Beastmaster.
So, upon arrival,
it's a big crab.
Below the high cliff that hugs the coastline, an outcropping of rock is nearly surrounded by water, with only a narrow causeway connecting it to the beach below. Atop this outcropping is a stone building surmounted by a lighthouse tower. An eerie green light pulses from this beacon, shining westward out to sea. With each green pulse of light, you hear the thump of a slow-beating heart.
Oh.
And with that, we're going to take our 5-minute break. I'm going to run a 3-minute ad because it's the longest.
You must really need to go pee.
And then I'm going to go pee. So
you must pee real bad.
I gotta pee real bad. Sorry, guys.
How many times are you gonna say pee?
Pee.
Wait, let's talk more, Jason. Don't go yet.
Well, that sounds neat.
We are back, and I don't have to pee anymore. That's how that works.
I hope that's how that works.
What?
I gotta go bathroom.
Gotta go.
You gotta go before we get in the car, guys. Before.
Look.
And while we're in it, you got a bottle?
I'm not turning this car around.
Listen, there's a lot of childhood trauma with that thing.
Yeah. We're not turning this car around.
It's programmed me.
So, excuse me. You guys are actually like here, and you see this overlooking outcropping, and you know what? I'm not going to make you search for it. You see the staircase. You have a staircase that you can go down. Who was leading right here? Do you guys not see it on your screen?
I see it on mine. But I might be.
Oh, this is a staircase. This deal right here.
Yeah, this staircase is kind of like it goes down, and there's a big pillar.
Does it lead to gnome bedrooms?
We'll find out.
If not, then I don't want to go.
Don't know.
Maybe we don't really have a choice right now. I mean,
can we slide down this and get that crab?
Can we eat it?
No, you're gonna tame it, Courtney. We're gonna have a pet crab.
No, I don't want a crab. I want a cat.
So you guys have not walked. You are at the top of this like outcropping, and you're overlooking the shoreline below you, and you are still up there. And you can tell me what you want to do, and then move your characters and all that fun stuff.
Beach day.
Beach day, and we're gonna work on my tan. I think that works out great. So are you really doing a beach day?
Probably not here.
Okay, all right. So just to recap, weird green glow coming from the lighthouse, and with each pulsating thump of the light, you hear the thudding of a heartbeat going on.
I think that green's pretty neat.
A
Most of the stuff
very-
comes to me is green, so let's check it out.
Green
Do we
is
see
usually
wrecked
good, right?
ships? Do we
Yeah.
see the water here?
So-
what's the sit?
You see this large landmass that's in front of you that will come into like visibility
Focus.
as you. But there's like a stone pillar that is casting that black shadow that's in front, that's obscuring your view of the large landmass to your left. But I think if you kind of just imagine with me that there's a large island that's out there that has a big old like thing on it.
We can do that. I can imagine.
There's a technical limitation of the software for how I'm using it.
Imagination.
So you'll have to use my word picture as your guide.
Check the stairs for traps. Does it look safe to travel on? I'm feeling uncertain. Is the ground gonna collapse? We're by this is very erosion. I see lots of erosion going on.
I think you should lead.
Are you
All
going,
right.
would you like to do a perception check?
Someone do a perception check. That's what I'm saying.
It could be you.
Okay, fine. I'll do a perception.
Why don't you want to play D&D, Anthony?
There.
Because I probably would have rolled something.
There's my
I was
perception.
so brave yesterday, and
Do I
I was so
look-
scared today. And the Spangle Lux would just walk ahead.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Take
it
the Spangle.
looks safe to you.
Spangle. I have very good knowledge of geology. That looks very safe.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, go cross it.
looks structurally sound to you.
Alright.
So you're able to descend the who's walking first, Clovis?
Yeah, sure. why not?
Stop right there.
Yeah.
Stop.
stop.
I have an acrobatics. No, I'm just kidding. It's
You're
just
gonna
stairs.
see acrobatics. You're gonna see an amazing acrobatics. No, call out acrobatics. In fact, I'm gonna start standing on my hands, walking down to prove how safe
Whoa!
Oh wow.
it is. I can
Walking
almost do
backwards
it.
or forwards? Yeah,
Forward.
you go up to do a handstand, and then you realize, oh, this is not a good idea, and you kind of gracefully back down. You don't fall and bump your head and hurt your head as well as your throat. So you do, however, as you walk into view, spot to your north a rather large crab that cocks its eyes to its side, like kind of like it's doing like a and then like kind of tilts its whole body because it's hard for them to articulate much more than all of their individual hands, and then it like raises a claw and says and you could almost give me a perception check because your first one was so terrible.
Oh,
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, there you go.
Is that
Yeah, so
Whoa.
from the distance, you can tell this crab means business in a friendly way. Like it means no harm, it would seem.
It wants us to have a beach day.
How far is that slide down there?
Like 10 feet. You can probably navigate it with no problems.
So I slide down. I slide
does
down
it
right
sound
to
like
it.
a mimic?
Sure.
is
And I kinda-
crab to scale?
I know that is a freaking huge crab.
It's
Whoa,
10
whoa.
foot across.
Whoa! Who just came down here with me? I
No,
don't know.
fell. I wasn't paying attention.
No. Did you fall? So you guys are all capable of moving down to the beach if you're so inclined.
Guys, this crab is awesome. It waved to me. It must know me. It might know me.
I'm really tempted to eat it.
I do not know you, but I certainly do like visitors.
The crab says to you.
Talking crab.
Is crab a gnome?
No. Well,
This isn't a crab.
you don't know. So
And I was like, no.
the crab starts to skitter over towards you. I can't move it because it's not a token. It's drawn on the map. And it extends its claw to you and like at what you believe to be offering a handshake to you, Clovis. It says,
And I take it like this. I'm like, whoa. 'Cause I know crab culture.
oh yeah, obviously. That's
High crab culture.
that's
I
the
play for
normal-
crabs.
yeah.
Some
Is it
crabs.
royalty?
So
No.
So he says, "Well met. I don't get many visitors here lately. Mostly just people trying to swim to shore away from their wrecked boats." He gently clasps your bow with his claw and shakes your hand up and down. He says, I'm happy to meet you.
My name is Clovis, and your name is?
My name is Crab.
Oh.
Crab? Oh, how?
Jay on the spot.
Mr. Krabby. So he's like, oh, I was never given a name by my master, but I'm always happy to serve and to meet new friends.
Mr. Crab.
I would like to quietly whisper to the group, does anyone want to have beach day and a crab bake? Anybody?
I wonder if he knows Moana.
Mr. Crab.
He turns
your
towards the water
master?
and he says, I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember. Never really knowing why. So he says, my master was Miral, a great elven sorcerer. He enabled me the ability to speak and to do all the normal things that a helper can do.
Miral, huh?
Miral, yes.
Miral.
Miraal. I know that helps you guys, and it's extra useful.
Yeah.
It's super helpful for me, taking notes diligently.
Yes, I'm sure that your dungeon master appreciates it.
Kyra, have you ever heard of this Morel character?
You know, I can't say I have.
Well, why don't you roll a history check? Maybe run across it as a sorcerer, as a warlock.
Sure.
Maybe
Yeah.
you've heard tale.
Let's see. Probably not.
Yeah, you've never heard of Morale, the sorcerer, but I'm sure if you talk to the crab, he can give you more information.
Well, I'm actually proficient in history, so I'd like to turn my little noggin to thinking about, like, if I might have heard of him as well.
Sure, we can just ask.
Even worse.
Somehow it looks like your head scratching is coming up with nothing.
So, Mr. Krabby, how long have you been here?
Oh, I feel like it must have been, a year, maybe two. Time is confusing for crabs. What I think of as a year might be much shorter for you. I'm not really sure. Some time, though.
Okay. So, what's happening here? You say people come and you see people swimming towards you?
Yes, trying to escape the sea or dagger maw. There's so many just terrors in the ocean.
Wait, go back. Dagger maw?
Yes, he's a very, very scary shark. I try to stay away from the boats that he is always going around.
How big is he?
Huge, a big shark, big.
So like I lean closely, like I go, "Do we need a bigger boat?"
Oh, is this a topical reference? Yes, probably. Do you have another boat somewhere? I don't see one with you. So bigger would be better.
The boat I left at my first movie.
Okay. So this is more of a goof than anything. Gotcha.
Scary shark. Got it.
Yeah. No.
Anything else?
He says she'll bite your head right off and take pleasure at it. Stay away from Dagger Maw.
Does Dagger Maul actually attack ships, or do you just wait for wrecked ships and come meet all the people that fall out of the wrecked ship?
Oh, I mean, she's a real shark. She doesn't attack big boats like that. No. These boats, they always they come right for the lighthouse and they're drawn to it and they crash upon the rocks. It's quite a sight. It's like you can't turn away from a car wreck, and it happens so slowly for boats that you just want them to turn, but they never do.
Like a moth to the flame.
Like a moth to the flame.
Boats usually swim away from. I don't go much on the sea, but I thought the whole point of a lighthouse was that so you don't swim into the land. So why are all the boats swimming into the land? If there's a lighthouse there, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but that is a quite peculiar green light, and it's only because of an evil monster that he actually was the one that has taken my master from me and given her non-rest in her undeath. Sadly, something was stolen from her, and he took her from me. So as far as I'm concerned, he's a grade A thief. And he with his little clippers.
Who's a great? I missed it. The crab talk was too much for me. Who's a grade A thief?
That darn duder up there, the one who made the green light. He's
Duder?
No, that's not his name. That dude up there.
Oh, the dude up there. Oh,
the dude.
Is that what the kids are calling it?
I've always called him the duder. So I don't know his name. He never had any reason to talk to a crab. He was not a friendly man.
So the
by
duder,
man, I just mean humanoid. He's not a man.
The duder up there stole something from your master?
And
he stole her heart. It's so tragic.
Pharrell,
the heart of the ocean, we call it.
Spangle is clasping her hands, like looking wistfully into the sea. It's so tragic.
Tragic indeed. He's a monstrous orc that has some spellcasting abilities, and he was very, very nasty. And also, he's taken up his space in the lighthouse and seems to get along fine with the harpies up there too. They don't seem to give him any problems.
Sounds like a job for. And I slap Corbin on the back. We're gonna push him forward for this guy.
Why, if you are willing to take a job, I would certainly reward you as best as a crab can. I could skitter out into one of those shipwrecks and retrieve the treasure as you see fit. There are at least 5 shipwrecks out there that I'm aware of.
I like this idea.
That sounds nice.
I like treasure.
Certainly, and I can go unnoticed by Daggermaw. He's much more interested in those yummy, plump humanoids like yourself.
Wait. And I lean closer to him. I'm like which type of humanoid? Like that one over there? I
don't think he discriminates. You're all so tasty.
But look at me. Like seriously.
I would say the bigger the better. So size matters, I guess, if that's what you're trying to make me say.
I got it.
Mr. Crab, what was the name of the orc mage who stole Morale's heart?
Duder.
I do not know his name.
Okay.
He's merely the dude to me. Who I sometimes refer to as the duder, or dudeski, or duderino. So just going with that, okay?
But whatever he is, he abides. He abides.
Not by any rules that I've set. That's for darn tootin'.
He's the dude.
Right.
Duder.
He's got a really nice rug in that lighthouse. It brings the room together.
I see a theme forming.
So he's so your crab friend, who seems very kind and loving and who you believe you can trust because of a 21 perception check, seems friendly and kind, and like he doesn't have any ulterior motives. And I feel like that's necessary to say that because I'm sure you were all thinking it.
I was. My mama always told me don't trust no crab.
That's what my mom always told me. That's why this crab's in here. Never trust no crab.
Never trust no crab.
So, I ain't never trust no crab. So you surmise from what the crab has told you that there's some kind of bad duder who's up in the lighthouse, and this green pulsating light seems to have coincided with his arrival, and that he has stolen something from his master. And his master's name is Morale, and Morale was a nice elf, a sea elf. And yeah,
Mr. Krabby, how many people go in and out of this bridge? back and forth on this bridge?
Oh.
Do you ever see people go?
Very few. I only my master from time to time. She can leave only a very short distance from her home, and she can't quite get all the way to the lighthouse, or else she would take her trinket back and be resting soundly if that was possible.
Well, I'm going to tell you
he points
something.
with his little crabby claw, the crabby claw, towards the large pillar that seems to be in between you and the larger lighthouse island. He says, you will find her in there, but do not be afraid. She's very kind and loving, and she has not quite been herself as of late, since, being undead, but she's very reasonable if you are kind to her, and maybe don't look her directly in the face. She's very vain, very, very vain.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Krabby. Is it safe to walk on the bridge, or are there traps?
I do not know of any traps.
Well, okay, let me ask you a question.
Deal.
Could you take us across the sea? Like, could you get us to, you said that, okay, have you read the story of the gingerbread man?
I'm so sorry. Are you really asking this crab this question? That's your DM in a different voice asking that question to you.
I just thought I would try.
I've got an intelligence of 0, I'm pretty sure. I can check the stat block. No, I haven't read anything lately or ever, because I'm a crab.
Well, maybe I didn't know if Morel read you bedtime stories.
That is that would have been fine, I guess. Let's see.
My boy just read Dune. I was pretty impressed.
Yes, 1 intelligence, a -5 on all my rolls. So no, haven't read any good stories lately.
Okay, well, here's an idea. Could you carry us on your back? How big is this crab?
Don't you think that's very shellfish?
Ooh.
Happy you got to use it today.
Oh yeah, that feels nice.
I'd like to ask the crab what his name is, so that we can make sure to identify.
It's Mr. Krabby.
Mr.
We already
Krabby,
had
cool.
this one.
So
Yeah, Mr. Krabby.
when we go tell when we meet our undead friend, we could say that Mr. Krabby sent us.
You know a SpongeBob?
He might be a little less inclined to kill us than him.
Sure,
I do know.
sure. No,
Or squid.
so Mr. Crab says, "Oh yes, she'll know who I am. She's very kind and loving in life, but again, in death she's been less enjoyable. Spangle, don't go much further. Stop." So you sorry, I just don't want you to reveal anything that you're not supposed to reveal yet.
Thanks, Mr. Krabby. Clearly, at my party, he doesn't want to talk to you anymore, so we're gonna go back up here.
Oh, we're trying to help him.
Do we need to climb up here? Do we need a dexterity check, or are we good?
No, you're good. We don't care about that.
Okay, okay.
Way the old bay that
Beatrice needs a dexterity check. Give me an athletics or an acrobatics check to get up the wall, up the hill.
Damn.
Yeah, you get up the hill. You're good.
Yay!
I just want to make sure.
Totally fail.
I just want to make sure you're using all your good rolls. Spangle even
thanks.
gets up too. So, your Mr. Krabby is looking at you with excitement and is just so thrilled that you're willing to help. He says, "I'll hold up my end of the bargain as soon as you put my master to rest. Thank you so much. I'm sure that retrieving her trinket from that duder is gonna be very, very useful."
So we need to give her the trinket back, and she'll be able to return to peace.
Sure.
Don't forget to get the treasure from the shipwrecks. In the meantime, Mr. Krabby, we'll be back in a few.
Oh, I will certainly do that when you've put her to rest. Don't you worry. I promise.
Promise?
I promise. That's a crab thing.
Okay.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Well, Spangle Luxie is ready to just march right in and say hello.
Okay.
All right.
Can I march in now, Mr. DM?
Yeah, I guess so.
if you want, I could always bust out an unseen servant, chuck a robe on top of it. Have it be our little friendly scapegoat.
We can save that for next time. Mr. Krabby was sure that she's friendly. And Corbin, every time you walk in first, I feel like I'm winding up like casting Don't Die on you.
Casting Don't Die.
I never heard of that one.
So we're gonna test out the old Go XLR. I just randomly added a new voice. I don't know how it's gonna sound. If it sounds like junk, we'll change it. But don't be alarmed. I don't want you to be scared.
Who goes there? Yeah, no, that's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. I am the great and powerful Morale. Do not look upon my beauty.
So you walk into this room, and there is an unearthly sea elf that is floating in midair. And her vestments are kind of like just billowing in the wind as though she was floating in the sea. And she is a spectral like banshee that is standing in front of you. Her back is to you, and she's beckoned that you do not look at her.
I'm going to, or Spangle Luxie is going to, bow her head very deferentially and kind of like pointedly look away, like you do an ape, and kind of like put a hand up in front of her eyes. But like when she's kind of covered up, just take a quick little peek like between to see like see what's going on with that face. And a very sneaky, kind of like a.
Give me a sleight of hand roll.
About to die.
You insolent man, woman,
lady.
You know what I meant.
The echo for the voice is very difficult for me. It's like when you hear that echo in your cell phone. Anyway,
how dare you? You shall leave this place. Who sent you here?
Mr. Krabby sent us here. He wanted us to help you. And Mr. Krabby seems so nice, and you seem nice. I'm sorry, we want to help you.
I'm beyond help. Your kind can never release me from my undeath. If I failed at protecting myself, how could you ever think that you would do a better job?
With the power of love.
Love? This is the Love Shack, baby.
So the echoes reverberate off of the chambers of her home, and you can see that she's getting visibly upset that you've looked at her, and she kind of is hiding her face and obscuring it as best she can over in her little corner. Does anybody else want to say anything to her?
Wait, I'm like, whoa, calm down, Morel, calm down. And I'm like walking around, but I'm also like like fondling the walls. I'm like, okay, we're sorry. Spangle just wanted to know. I just know what she was. She probably was like, you're pretty, and she wanted to see your dresses because she likes to fashionize because sea elves, they're beautiful. And Mr. Krabby was down there. He said, don't look, and I'm not looking. Are you looking, Corbin? But I hit Beatrice in the face pretty hard too.
Oh man.
I am rather beautiful, and you shall look on my face if I am to return to my normal form. But until then, I refuse you the liberty of seeing my face.
Okay, I'm like, that's fine. We're gonna get that green thing because Mr. Krabby said that's your power. We're gonna give that back to you. And again, I swing wildly this way, and I'm trying to hit someone over on my right side, and I'm hoping that was Corbin, the other ranger.
You're hoping to hit him.
What are you doing? Quit it! You're weirding me out. The green thing on the top is not my trinket. You must return with my conch. He stole it from me. It was my focus. It is what gave me my power in life, but in death I've become all powerful!
So
your conch?
like a conch,
like a shell.
No, it's pronounced conch.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, got it.
We
Conch
learned that
shell.
at the Bahamas.
Okay. I do feel like I'm in some kind of weird Moana.
Wait, is your conch on the end of a stick?
No?
Okay.
I would wear. Oh, that's funny.
I would wear it on my neck, close to my heart.
And that ogre took it, or ogre.
Yes, that orc. These filthy orcs. I hate those orcs. And their stealing ways. Always stealing. Are you guys gonna go? Or I mean, do I have to chase you out? What is?
Okay, time to go.
Well, could you maybe give us some advice, like about what we can expect to find in the castle? I mean, the lighthouse.
I have not been able to reach it. I can only go so far before I am ripped back to this terrible prison that I have been left in. I have yet to be able to be within feet of my trinket since death.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I looked at your face.
That's okay.
Oh.
I forgive you. It's no biggie. Just don't do it again, please.
No.
All right, we should go.
All right.
Let's go.
Thank you. See you soon.
So she doesn't follow you out, and you just get the vibe that she's feeling like hopeful that you guys are going to be able to help her.
All right.
And we are.
Oh, well,
That's what we do.
I mean, obviously.
That's what we do.
Obviously. So as you are walking down this path, are you guys in your walking order?
Yeah, but I roll over to everybody. We should be stealthy. We should be stealthy like tippy toe.
Okay.
If you want.
I'm just saying we should. You should stealth into the shadows.
I gotta make sure I'm not on the voice again. So yeah, you if you all wanna, I will give you one chance to do a group stealth roll, and that will be
That's not bad.
Well, okay then.
not for each. It'll be for each individual person. So like as a group. So that's one success. That's two successes.
Oh, I'm about to fail.
Oh, we all hey, you're not me. I always fail at
Oh
everything.
no. Well, I think technically I got to roll twice.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yay,
Yeah,
dexterity.
Come on.
So far, so good.
Jay, do you want me to roll twice because I got on heavy armor?
You do have to roll twice because you have disadvantage
Oh.
with the old heavies.
Anthony.
Ooh, that's not, no.
Oh,
The first two were good.
The first two were not. I mean, the first one was no good.
Oh, my bad.
It's
Sorry.
all good. So you're only as stealthy as your loudest member. And you guys, you feel like, I don't know, I was pretty hidden. So I don't know. Maybe you're hidden. Maybe you're not. We'll have to find out.
It's unfortunate.
So you can proceed as you see fit, and I'll move the stuff so people can see where you're going. I wish I could. I don't know why I can't show the lighting effect for the rest of it. I wish that was showing.
It's okay. Don't worry.
We're just gonna follow along the path, right, guys?
Yeah. Well,
let's go.
You can, or you. That's up to you. I can't tell you.
I'm covering the back. Whoa! Holy crap!
Yeah.
Big jump.
Whoa!
That's the running jump. It's fine to advance to where they are.
I'm taking a step at a time. One block.
Well, just
steps.
tell me who's
5
leading,
steps.
and
5 steps.
you don't.
looks
5
like
steps.
Spangle is.
5 steps.
Can't move my name.
5 steps.
So Spangle is just running. I love it. So you are continuing to move forward, and you guys are walking on up. You're walking up towards a this kind of windy road that's been hewn into the side of this island, and you're going up about a 30-foot pillar of rock. As you reach to the top, there is a plateau. In this plateau, you see the entrance to the lighthouse directly in front of you. It's those doors. And you, above that, to the south, somebody give me a perception check. Let's see, who came up first? It was Spangle?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check. Yeah, Boop. You percept the hell out of it.
Not 20!
You hear what sounds like some squawking and some flapping to the south of you. What would you like to do with that information before everybody has made it past the top of the steps? So I'm moving you guys to the steps.
Squawking and some flapping.
I think it might be a bird.
Well, does it sound like seagull squawking offhand with my natural 20 perception?
You hear squawking and flapping to the south around the island.
And put into what the crab told you earlier.
I don't remember the crab.
That's right. What did the crab tell you earlier? Because I didn't say
Angle.
And I started. Don't you dare say anything, Clovis.
Don't you dare take this from me, Clovis.
This determines how you react as the information you have, and I'm not gonna let you roll a history check to see if you remember what we talked about earlier.
It's okay, I forgot to.
Hey, attention. Hey,
I remember a shark.
Attention.
That's it.
Oh my God, a bird!
Is that what we're going with? OMG, a bird. That sounds good to me.
I'm fishing in for some like breadcrumbs in my satchel, like way down the bottom of like my like Dolce Gabbana purse over here. I'm like,
sure.
Breadcrumbs.
So you with your breadcrumb searching, I'm just moving some stuff from one layer to another.
Of course, you did get peed on, Jay. So just remember that.
Yeah, this is on you. You did this to you. And then we move to the correct layer. Control Z. There are. Where we are?
Oh shit!
All right. So.
I think you just did 4.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many do you guys want to fight? There's a maximum that I can throw at you according to the game, but I don't know that I believe that I have to adhere to any maximums. So you hear flapping and some fluttering coming from the south, and out appear from the south some half human looking bird like thingies that are
squawking harpies
that are flocking in your direction, and they are flying down, and they look like they mean business. And you know what? It would be rude of me to break the rules of something that somebody else wrote, so I will remove one of them. There are 3 flying in your direction. I'll move one into view for you. So 3 harpies begin to descend upon you. I don't want to make this more difficult than it has to be for you. And you noticed them ahead of time, so instead of them getting a random roll of attack, like in a surprise round, we're all gonna have an initiative roll in a second here. And
not yet though.
But not yet. I haven't started it. Jeez. Oh, hold on. Don't do any more rolls. Don't waste your good ones. So it got in there. That's fine. All right.
Oh,
so
nice.
You got luck. You done got lucky. So you guys can go ahead and roll initiative. And I will roll for the harpies.
Woohoo! I won.
Oh wait, no, I clicked.
I don't
wow,
Ant. I don't think the harpies can actually get lower than that. Like
how did you roll that?
Because I got a -1 on Dex.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's impressive, Anthony.
That hurt.
Well, cool.
I mean, you can't even be mad about that.
Yeah, you can.
I'd be a little mad.
I mean, you can be mad, sure, but I like.
Yeah.
All right, so I added them in here, and I'll give them when it's their turn. You guys will see what their number is, but until then, I hope it keeps it obfuscated. I don't know if it will though. So we assort descending.
I could tell you what number they are if you want.
Oh yeah, there it is. I thought it would. Oh, you know what it is? Because they're not on because I moved them to the layer, the token
layer
there
we're
instead
on.
of So now you guys get to see them. Spangle, you are first to act. How would you like to handle this?
So they are definitely looking like they're coming in for a fight. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, it would seem so.
So they're half human, half bird looking. Is that?
Yeah, they have they're like the look of a. Well, I can show you their picture.
Yeah, let's see a picture.
I think there's a handout for harpies.
Are they pretty?
Well, I flung the breadcrumbs out already, so I'm not gonna leave my hand out for the harpies. I mean, if they look mean, then I'm.
Oh, they look cool.
I mean, they're pretty badass looking, but they're not. I don't know that they're cool. They're scary.
Well, they're not wearing any clothes. They're in this kind of weather on the seaside. They can be very cool.
She needs to get her nails done.
They may use like their.
She might need a pedicure bit.
Their wings to kind of for warmth. I don't know that wing. Yeah, they're feathered. Like I feel like they provide some warmth.
Her skin's looking a little dry. She might want to go get a pedicure or something. You know.
Yeah, try some.
Spa day.
Yeah, little spa day action. And you can see from where you are standing with your wonderful perception that they do seem to be carrying clubs with them. Some crude-looking clubs.
Okay.
Like a club?
Yeah, like they were gonna go clubbing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like us, though.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going
clubbing us.
Oh, they're gonna club us. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's not nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we?
So I guess since I'm obviously Spangle will. You guys, there is some harpies that are flying at us, and they've got clubs, and they look mean. Goddess, help them get up here and kick some butt. And I'm gonna take a step back. And I'm going to cast Bless at 2nd level. So I can bless everybody else but me.
Okay.
Cool.
So you're giving everybody a bless, which is a 1d6 at level 2, or is it still 1d4?
Oh no, I think it's just, let's see here. I believe it's still just going to be like a 1d4. Yeah, D4, so that hasn't changed. It's just a higher level. I can increase the number of people that I can bless. Yeah, so I can do 3 at level 1 and 4 at level 2. So I'm gonna bring up one of my level 2 slots. Boop, boop. Oh, I guess I gotta push a button. Boop, boop.
Dude,
push away.
Dude.
I thought I did. Where is it? Come on, let's go. Click, click. Where'd it go?
It took a little while for the thing to load in on my side when I was doing the stealth checks.
Oh yeah. No, I feel like it hasn't showed up because, well, I mean, you know what? I mean, if you just tell the people, if everybody knows what it is that they have available to them,
yeah,
it's fine. We'll just add it in for the rolls.
Yep. And I do need to concentrate on that for what that's worth. That's why I'm taking a step back. Okay. And so I have some holy water in a little vial. I just kind of take it and like kind of throw it down the, sprinkle it down the line at you guys, and I'll take a step back like that, and that is going to be my action.
Clovis.
I am going to go. I'm just gonna Spangle, are you okay? They look amazing though, those birds. They're flying gracefully. I can barely see anything. I'm gonna move up a little bit. I move 5, 10, 15 up to there. Holy crap, they're right there! Now that I see them, I'm going to move my 2 other movements. Let's see, 15, 20, 25 to there. And I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to do that. I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm going to. Then the closest one to me, I'm going to yell out to them, and I'm going to say, I hate you. I hate you from the bottom of your hose to the top of your pitchfork. I hate you, dear God. I hate you. And that's my vicious mockery.
Okay.
And they have to make. And what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do it is on this one right here.
Okay, the front one.
Yeah, and I'm going to. And as they do that, then I'm going to be and you're stupid. And that's their. I'm going to use. I'm going to use. I don't know if I have to use it. So you don't have to call it out beforehand. You can use your reaction, expend one of your roll, and you can choose to use this feature after the creature makes its roll, but before the DM determines whether the roll to. Okay, so I'm going to use the cutting words to impact its wisdom save.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that. Is it?
I think it's just
D6.
Who's got all the sound going on in the background?
So -3.
Yeah. Are you also gonna bless that?
No, I'm not gonna bless it. I'm gonna save my blessing for later.
Okay. Who's in a wind tunnel? I want to know.
Yeah.
No, I think you're blessing whenever you do it. So it's every time you don't have to save diddly squat. You just keep on using it. So
Okay,
every time that you're
up.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
Yeah.
But but the bless I can't subtract. It's only for.
Right. The target can roll a d4 and add the number to an attack roll or a saving roll. But since I have to do the save roll, he doesn't get to use bless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and I'll keep track of the number of rounds in case that comes to that.
Sure.
Okay.
So you do with your cutting word or with your vicious mockery and cutting words together. She fails the save throw. So what happens?
So she takes 4 psychic damage, okay. But she also has disadvantage on her first. You can choose to use this feature. Oh no, that's cutting words. She has disadvantage on
okay.
On her first attack. It's and has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay.
So the next person attacks, it has disadvantage. Cool. That one right there.
Awesome. So, and you've done your movement?
I've done my movement.
Okay. Next up is the Harpies. The first one who is feels like really slighted and like you've viciously mocked her and cut her down with your words. She flies the distance that she can fly.
Oh, and as soon as Clovis, shouts out with that vicious mockery and cutting words, Spangle will say, "Clovis, you've got to conserve your voice."
I'm sorry.
If you didn't have an advantage, I'd give it to you there. But you got to use them.
Kurt Ryan says that as well.
I know. I see. I both of us have those.
So the harpy flies over towards behind where you just came from, and all of you hear the siren song of a harpy singing in your direction. I want everybody to go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Now this is where we could add, just everyone Spangle Luxy things to it.
I was so scared. I thought that was my throw at first.
Oh, nope, wrong one.
Well, it's
my roll.
That's the right one.
No, Corbin, you got it right the first time.
Wisdom save. It's the second one.
Wisdom save, and then add 1d4 to it.
Fine.
Nice
which
try.
is good. Let's see.
I get the feeling using that bless isn't going to change anything from my 1. But I suppose I may as well roll.
I may as well, right?
You said 1d4? Yeah, 1d4.
Yep.
Woo.
Okay, so what are my total numbers? Can you guys just read them off for me with your pluses? Courtney, what was yours?
13. Wait, did I have a 3? Yeah, 13.
Anthony, what was yours?
I got a 7.
Corbin.
Sorry, 12. I'm at 12.
Corbin, what was yours?
Wait, am I adding my wisdom save with the 4 I just rolled?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So I got a 16.
Okay. And Spangle?
12.
And Clovis?
14.
So, Kair, you feel compelled to follow the harpy's song directly to the east, and you begin walking, and you walk here, and then you walk here, and then you fall off the edge, and you walk down to where you tumble down, and you take let me see how much damage you take here from your fall. I'll let you do a dexterity saving throw for half damage here.
Boop. Nope.
Nope. So go ahead and you're going to take 8 damage from the fall, and you are prone down by this harpy who is floating, 20 feet above you, but in just a few feet away, but up in a way. Up.
Am I no longer harpy tricked?
You took damage, so you can go ahead and give me a save roll, a wisdom saving roll.
Boop.
There you go.
That would have been nice.
You have broken the harpy's song from your mind, and you recognize that it was indeed a harpy that was pulling you towards itself with its siren song. The other two are going. Well, one of them is going to go right over in this area and attempt to sing that. How many times can you bless per turn? Is it every roll, or do you only get to do it once in a round?
It says straight up whenever. So
whenever our target makes
whenever.
sense.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. All right, cool. I think all 3 harpies are going to do it. So we're going to go through this process 3 times, and that's going to be a lot of their meat of their stuff. Oh, depending on how this first round goes or the second.
Oh, this is trying to drag us into the water.
Yeah. So they're
That's
trying.
what harpies do.
They're doing their harpy thing. So give me. We'll just do them in order. So let me go, Courtney. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
4.
Oh,
You're gonna fail.
That's less good.
Wait.
You failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll a bless, but it's not gonna help. So then we're gonna do Corbin. That's
Nice.
That's gonna be good. You don't have to roll. Spangle.
Let's see if that'll work.
What?
That's not.
Oh, with your bless added in.
Yeah.
And then you got a +4 on your wisdom. It's nice.
Yeah, that works. And then Clovis.
Ooh. Ooh. You're now one of them. It was nice knowing you.
I will say that you do have an advantage die still.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a natural 1. I don't need to use it because
you're lucky.
Because I'm a halfling. I forgot that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead and re-roll. Oh, from top to bottom, baby. All right. And Kair, you've already been affected by the harpy song. You hear it, and you hear that it just sounds like screeching. It's like, ah! It's not nearly as pretty as what you heard in your ears. Is that everybody? The only person that, or do we have 2 fails or 1 fail? We had Courtney failed. And only Courtney. So Courtney, you feel compelled to walk towards, and you also tumble down, and you are down here, and you take. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Sorry, getting my internet doesn't want to work. Dexterity. There we go.
Did Fritch go?
There we go.
Oh, you save, and you'll take. You take 5 damage, but you don't land prone.
Sweet.
So you won't need to use a ton of your movement to stand up. And the other harpy that you know of also flies out and is going to do the same thing. So let me go, Clovis. It's wisdom saving throw.
I would be happy to do a wisdom saving throw again.
Okay, that saves.
Nice.
Spangle.
Just push up. Yeah, we go.
And Corbin? Yeah, no, you guys are golden. So
you guys are so wise.
You so wise.
You and I are the dumb ones.
Yeah.
Just like in real life.
So I don't know why you don't see this one. I'll move it so it's like, I guess.
I can't see any of them.
Really?
Yeah, I can't see any currently either.
Oh, but you see them. Do you have stream up? If you have stream up, you should be able to see them.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see them.
The wine
stream, yeah.
I think blocks them all out, even though we're probably going up, so we should be able to see them.
Fog of War or something.
Yeah, well,
we might see something he doesn't want us to.
Yeah, well, I can't completely take off Fog of War because I don't want to give away anything else in the building. So
that's fine.
Okay, so you have 3 harpies and one of them has taken a small amount of damage. Is really what it boils down to. So how would you like to proceed? Next up is Beatrice, and you are not prone, Beatrice. You are able to react as you see fit.
Shoot him, Beatrice.
No,
they're in the air. They should be pretty easy to shoot.
You have to shoot.
Okay.
Use it.
You got to blast. You know what? All your rules, it's going to change. Tonight's your night to shine.
I don't know. Did you see my last roll? It didn't go so good for me. I'm gonna shoot at this. I don't like how this one's looking at me.
Okay, yeah, that's the one that's taking a little bit of damage.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna shoot it with the bow. Yeah.
Nice.
I actually hit it.
Yeah, you bow it real good.
If you had that +4 and you had the sharpshooter technique, you'd be taking them out. Just so you know.
Yeah, maybe.
I think sharpshooter would change a whole.
Sharpshooter.
He's saying that the extra damage is that the thing would be taking would be pretty significant. So go ahead and roll the damage on it.
Oh.
So you
it's a big hit.
So what Kurt is trying to say is with sharpshooter you'd be doing 22 damage right now had you taken sharpshooter as opposed to the 12 that you deal. So minus 12. Nope. I don't know why that doesn't work. That's weird.
I can't use the blessing for that, can I?
Not for that.
Not on the damage roll.
Okay.
But
I think it would be for the 2 hit though.
Now
But you already.
Would you like to? Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna say that it's. Yeah, I actually moved it forward a little bit so it would be in view for the stream. It's actually back 5 more feet, so you don't have to roll with disadvantage. They're a little bit further away from you.
20 feet in the air, anyways.
Yeah, but they're still within a 5 foot. They're like right next to you still.
Okay.
So, go ahead and you can move if you so see fit.
No, I'm gonna stay here to do it.
Okay.
Because all the actions right here anyway.
Yeah.
They're all 3 down here?
All 3 are down there. They were trying to pull people down the cliffs. Corbin.
All right. I'm gonna shoot at the one that's injured.
Okay.
I can't see any of them on my screen, so.
Yeah. I know which one you're shooting.
All right. So I'm a longbow, the weaker one. That
hits. Go ahead and give me damage.
Nice.
Do that.
Jeez.
That would be 22, man.
And
or 21.
I can also do Colossus Slayer. Do I need to do that on the one I did? Okay.
So that's 11 plus 2 comes on to a 13.
Nice.
All right. And up. Do you want to do any movement?
I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. Kair.
He's gonna stand up.
Do I have to cast a spell?
You don't to cast a spell. And if you
roll over and on your back, you're the man to do it. Just like chill it out.
I guess I'll stand up so they don't smash a bunch of clubs on the back of my head.
Yeah.
Which I'm not moving anyways.
Right there.
So I got a Word of Radiance. It's a range of 5 feet. It says each creature that you can see within range must succeed on. I'll just click it. Boop.
It doesn't give me the explanation.
Poop. Okay. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range. The range is 5 feet. You utter a divine word. Burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice you can see within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage.
So wait, it has a range of 5 feet, or everything you can see within.
It says each creature of your choice that you can see within range.
Okay.
So which would be 2. Oh, I thought they just moved on your stream. There were 3 of them around me just a second ago.
There were.
Now they're
I moved them.
apart.
I moved them to where they were. I thought I said it, but I don't know that it was helpful. I wanted them to be seen on the stream, but so I moved them all into the same block. But they were staggered. But it's fine. I think that's okay. So they'll take 4 damage. And what else do they have to do if they fail their save?
It's no damage. If they succeed on the save, it's no damage. But
okay.
Yeah, it's just a cantrip.
All right. So Constitution is +1 for them. I will roll each from the top down. It's 14 for the first one.
Bummer.
With 12 for the second one, and with 10 for the third one. So first one saves. The second one takes 4 damage. And the bottom one, the third one, takes 4 damage as well.
Neat. That's it from me. I can't move.
Okay. Next up is Spangle. What would you like to do, ma'am?
Spangle will move a bit closer. I can't. Closer to the head of the trail here at the top of the cliff. Doop doop boop boop. And the whole time she'll be rummaging around in her big old purse, saying, "Oh my, oh my!" And she comes out with a small crossbow, a light crossbow, and rummages around some more. Gets a crossbow bolt, gets it lined up, and whichever of these the most hurtish looking one of these harpies, she says, "You stop with your silly songs," and offloads a crossbow bolt at it.
All right.
Ooh, see if I can do that. Doop, 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 boop.
Yeah, that hits.
Boom.
Yeah, that hits big
Now
time.
you gotta.
All right, give me
Now
damage.
you gotta click damage elsewhere.
Yeah, I think that it's probably better for you to just do the roll as from the sheet, and then do a separate roll for the D4.
Any particular reason?
Because then you can click damage and it'll be there for you right away. Because now you have to. I mean, it's I guess 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. But you're doing a lot more typing this way.
Well,
so 6 damage.
Yeah. Well, for the other thing, I can just keep pushing up, and it goes to the previous command, so that's not too terrible.
Okay. All right. So.
And I gotta go. Wait. I gotta mark back.
The
1 round.
The harpy takes a bolt to the throat. And blood splurts all over the one to the south of it. And it's just like you catch it right on the side of the throat, and it just, and then blood is just covering the other harpy, and it falls to the ground and hits with a thud on the side of this island and rolls down all the way into the ocean. And you're gonna
sound like Clovis now.
Yeah. Well, you can see.
What?
Water is just starting to the waters are chumming just to the east as it rolls all the way down, and blood just starts filling the ocean from the bottom where it landed.
Wait, can I perceive the ocean to see if that big shark is there? Dagger Maul.
Maybe on your turn, which is next. So let's go to your turn. Oh, sorry, Spangle. Anything else?
No, that's gonna be it.
Okay, Clovis, how may I help you?
So I walk up to the edge of and I'm like, "How dare you hurt my friends?" And I like look at which one, and that was the one was the one that's dead. That was the hurt one. So I'm gonna cast I'll cast Dissident Whispers. Why am I not able to cast it anymore? Oh, I know why. Sorry. I want to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah, I feel like you're dissonantly whispering to us. Yeah,
I
wish you were.
I am Dissonant Whispers. Oh my gosh. I rolled okay, so they have to do a DC of 1. One of them has to do a DC.
Which one are you doing? The one to the north or the one to the south?
To the one closest to my people.
They're
one to the north or the south.
Okay, the one
closer
closest
to Court and I though.
Sure.
One, yeah, that one.
Okay, so the one to the south.
Yeah, sure.
You land it. it does not do well with its wisdom save. So what are we taking for damage?
It takes 12 damage, and it has to move away from me with its movement.
Okay. It flies. Anybody gonna do anything as it flies away?
I'm game to take an up attack.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Did you want me to roll twice if I do Eldritch Blast, or just roll a regular?
You can roll a regular. I think that I'll rule that way. I'll do a little bit of reading on that, and I might change my mind next time.
Well,
but
whoopsies, wrong. I'm in my spellbook, not the. That should do it.
Yeah, that hits. Give me damage. 10 damage. And Courtney.
Use the force. Doobie-doo.
And
Oh, nice.
yeah, that hits too. Give me damage.
This thing's about to be dead.
For what it's worth, I remember Michael saying that it only applies as melee attacks, but whichever.
So he has the Warcaster feat, which allows you to use a spell as a opportunity attack. The thing in question is whether or not he can only do touch spells, or if he does a ranged casting spell, if it has to be used cast at disadvantage. And I told him that I'll look into it on the way I feel about it for next time. But the official ruling is that it needs to be cast at disadvantage because it's a ranged attack if he's doing that as a spell. Now for Courtney's, I'll say that it was hovering, and it is within the 5 feet. Actually, you know what? No, we can only have it one way or the other. So it was either within your range and you were able to shoot them with a bow before, without disadvantage. You're in an absolute wind tunnel, whoever's making that noise, and it's killing me on the inside. So stop making that noise, whatever's happening, please.
I don't think it's me.
It's not me.
Is it Kurt? Yes.
It was Kurt.
It's Kurt.
Now we know.
Yeah. Don't do that again,
Can't
Kurt.
hear you because you're talking.
And he's talking because he muted
Well,
himself.
you're muted, so we can't hear you. Kurt, we can't hear you.
And I muted myself. Someone's filling the bath.
Oh, okay. It is very loud. So
you get a blue Yeti, they pick up everything.
They pick it all up. So you can turn the gain down. So Courtney, I'm not going to let you take a opportunity attack because I didn't make you roll disadvantage before. So it moves away from you, and it looks like it's in a bad place after taking the shot from Anthony, the Eldritch Blast and the Dissonant Whispers. And up next, it only has to move away for that one turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So harpies begin to swoop down, and the harpy in the north, this bad boy, swoops down at Kair. Wow. And Kair, it makes an attack with 16. Does that 16? Oh, 16 misses. And it makes a second attack for 18. Does that hit?
So I've got 18 on my AC, but I couldn't figure out how Forge of Blessings works. So it should be a 19, but if you want it to hit it on 18, that's fine with me, since I didn't actually make it happen.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Spangle brings up a good point. Do you have it set to cardioid? If you have it on cardioid, it should be picking up more directly in front of you and not from the side.
Yep. Yep, it's on cardioid.
Okay.
It's just
if your heater's in the thing behind you, then it's going to kind of like as the same like direction. Your other option could be you could put it like the microphone to the side of you, and then pointing it so it's pointing like across your face kind of thing, and then maybe it wouldn't be pointing at like the if the boiler is in the closet behind you. Is the boiler in the closet behind you?
The bathroom it shares a wall, so it's right there.
It's right there. Yeah.
Like if somebody had a 20 for their urination check in that bathroom, you would hear it. So
exactly.
The club comes down and it does connect with you with the 18, Anthony. We'll figure out how to do the 19 thing next time. So, but it only hits you for 3 damage. It's not NBD. The other harpy gathers its wits and it swoops right back into the fray. And it goes in to attack I will move you back in a second. No, the one that it sees as the biggest threat, because it's chanting, and it attacks Mrs. Spanglexi. The first one is a miss.
That's right.
The second one is certainly a hit. But you can make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can maintain concentration.
I can make that with advantage.
You can make it with advantage and with the blessing and all the dots and the dice and the stuff.
Right. So that's a Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
Okay. So that'll just be that. Dupe. Which I think will be all right.
That'll be that.
I'll take the first one.
Fine. Okay, well, you still take 6 damage from the club.
In the club. Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, sorry. She hit you with claws. You take 12 damage. My B.
I like the first one.
Yeah, I know.
It's rough.
Can we do the first one?
Yeah.
You said the first one. Okay.
No. So next up is Beatrice.
I'm just gonna react to the fact that I saw the harpy go after Spangle.
That's very kind of you.
I'm gonna shoot it. Hey,
Yeah.
look at.
You shoots the heck out of it. Let me get that damage.
Now I'm able to.
Damage, girl.
This would have been 17 damage.
Yeah.
Instead, it's 7.
Well, 4 more levels. She can do it.
All right. Would you like to move at all?
Nah, I'm okay.
Nah.
I got my eye on the other harpy.
Corbin, what you gonna do? Wanna be a baller? Shot caller? You're quiet and I don't hear you. You're muted or something.
Yeah, you're talking.
I'm muted now. Am I good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm not going to take any penalty for shooting the closest one to me, right?
No, it is good for you to shoot.
Good to shoot. All right, I'm going to shoot it.
Shoot it.
I'm going to close one eye and take a longbow shot. See here. I clicked it.
That hits. Give me the damage.
The second one doesn't count. I clicked it twice. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So your longbow hits it square in its bare chest, and an arrow just pierces directly through its sternum, blasting whatever bone would have been there completely aside. You see it fall to the ground and then begin tumbling down the side of the rock, where it lands into the water, and blood continues to chum the waters below.
Is that a verb?
What?
Yes.
Shoots.
We shoot good.
We know how to shoot.
He shoots, he scores. But I think it's past tense. Like it's not important. So next up is Kair.
This thing, can I hit it with a melee weapon, or do I have to shoot at it?
You would have to shoot at it.
Okay, I'll chuck an Eldritch Blast at it. That's easy.
Fireball.
I'll just blast. It's like a fireball.
Yep, that hits. Give me the damage. 8 damage.
If I had to shoot it, that means I can actually move away from it, right? And be okay?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
6. That's it for me.
Spangle Luxie, what would you like to do? Are you gonna kill this thing?
I'm gonna try to.
I like it.
So Spangle Luxie will say, "Ow! Stop it!" and take the crossbow because it's too in her face, and she's gonna stuff it back in her bag, and she's gonna rummage around, and she's gonna come back out with like a big old mace, and Spangle Luxie is gonna attempt to slap this thing across the face.
The one that was up in your
yeah,
the one was up in your face.
That one
got
died.
Killed by Corbin.
Oh, that one was dead. Okay,
sorry, my bad.
I'm sorry. I should have been.
It's cool. It died. You good? Maybe grab that bow again.
You need to put the X's on them.
Okay, so then
they're not on the screen anymore.
They're at the bottom.
Yeah, they rolled down.
The water.
Yep. Okay. So then there's still the one then like down and to the right.
Yes.
So pretty much directly east of me. Yeah, right about there.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have to look down over there. Every time I stick my mouse over the, maybe I just don't stick my mouse over it.
Quit sticking your mouse over that.
Well, I think Jay said we can see it.
Okay. So assuming I can see it, assuming it's within, I think 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, close enough.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So Spangle will load up another bowl and say, "You too. You guys are all meanie heads, and you can die." She meant it. She meant every word.
Oh, show me with your actions.
Well, I'm gonna try if I can figure out where my damn mouse is going. So that one, not that one, not
Give
that
it some
one.
cheese.
I'm gonna give it some cheese. Am I rolling the right one? That one. Boop.
Don't forget, you don't have bless. You didn't give it to yourself.
Yeah, you don't have it. You give it to everyone else.
You're right.
But I think a 13 would miss anyways. Could be wrong.
Go ahead and just roll it from your character sheet. Because Anthony is right.
It would be the 6. It would be the 6 plus 4. So that would have been a 10 if it weren't for the blast.
Okay, so that is a miss.
Yeah.
Say,
Clovis.
Darn it.
It's your turn now, Clovis. Kill this thing right now.
Has this one been damaged at all?
Yeah, I hit it, and I think someone else hit it too.
I'm like, you Rangers are really doing a great job. You're making me feel like I could use a crossbow, and like I'm like half-heartedly swinging it around, and I shoot at it. But I need to use my bless.
Use your bless.
Come on, +4.
Yes.
There you go.
Good. All right, roll damage.
Oh, nice. That's all you needed.
All right, 7.
I'm like, did I do a good job?
I'm gonna yell from the bottom.
Great.
See, it's not that easy.
You did great.
You hear from the distance. The harpy. Sorry, do you want to do any movement?
I'm gonna just like do a little dance move that goes do 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 and uses my movement to get
that's
right
good.
here.
Yeah. That's a good use of your movement. The harpy. She begins to fly away to the north.
Can we, is she flying past anybody? Like opportunity attack?
No, she did not.
She's just deucing out.
She's deucing out because she's afraid. You just killed her whole family. She's very sad. You killed her child and her husband.
Okay.
She just wanted us to go into the water.
So are we still in turn order?
Yeah, it's Beatrice's turn.
Oh God.
Shoot at her, Beatrice. Don't let her get away.
I don't know. She might be too far away. I don't see her anymore.
No, you can shoot like 300 yards.
You can still shoot her.
I'll give one more shot. I feel very confident in my bow abilities.
Your bowing is crushing it. So go ahead and do another one. Gosh, that would be 22 damage.
Rangers are night.
Man.
Yeah. I need to go get a lab ticket.
It's still living.
Yeah.
Corbin, it's your turn.
I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, do it.
Jeez.
We're just.
Okay.
Do it up.
Jeez, this poor harpy. We're just shooting someone's baby to death.
Is that 7 and a 7?
Yeah, 14.
7.
7 and 7. The Seagram 7.
It could have been 24.
You see the bolt, the arrow pierce, like in the same area that the last one you did, like straight through the breastbone. It goes straight the other way, like, and it is just the perfect shot, right straight through the heart. And you're to blame. It falls in the water and starts to chum them.
I don't think that's how it goes.
I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. You kill it as it's flying away, retreating. It's like that scene from Game of Thrones where he's like on the battlefield. He's like, just run. If you can get back, you're good. And it's just
He zigged when he should have zagged.
yeah, the straight.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, there was no
Or
zag or
straight
zig.
line.
There was nothing.
Okay, so you guys have you've solved my harpy puzzle, and the harpies are all dead. And you are at the top of this plateau. Well, some of you are at the top of the plateau.
Hey, Corbin. Can
I
I have your potion?
You need my potion?
I do. I don't have a potion.
Yes, somebody took it away from us.
Jake.
Corbin, you keep your potion. You always need them. Take mine.
That's fair. Okay.
Fair enough.
Fine by me. I mean, if we're still in turn order, it's my turn anyway, so I'll just chug it.
You guys aren't in any any direct danger. So we only have 10 minutes to go before we're calling it for the night, and moving forward, there choices that you could make would potentially put us into a place where a cliffhanger is no good. So I'm gonna say we should probably call it here for the night.
Okay.
With you guys on the doorstep of the Tower of Storms. Cool.
Alrighty.
Are we good with that?
Sure.
We usually go overtime anyways.
Yeah, so I'm trying to give you some of your life back here.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks, guys. That was wonderful, and we'll see how this one wraps up next time on The Real House-elves of New Phandalin. Da-da-da.
Bye.
Oh my god, I can't with that voice.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and put a BRB up for 5. We're going to do a 3-minute ad, and then we're going to be back and playing some Overwatch. So we'll be back.
See you guys.